Hello everyone, and welcome to Austin, Texas. We're here for round 8 of Tier 2 Season 6 Performance Racing League. Should be a good one. Qualifying is just now getting underway. So we've got 5 drivers on out laps at the moment. Within a minute or so, we should start to see hot laps underway. It looks like Castro to be the first driver to start a hot lap here in the Aston Martin. Got a couple of cars behind him, including your championship leader Ramsey in the Alpine. Well, looks like Chaos Druid has gone around before he started his hot lap. So he gets it going again. See if he brings it into the pits, or if he's going to try to give it a go anyway, and he is going to bring it down pit road. But we have a couple of hot laps in progress. We've got Ramsey in the Alpine, Femi Thrustmaster in the Williams. These are two of our fast drivers in this tier. So we'll be interested to see what sort of times they can set here early on. So Femi will be the first driver to set a time, assuming nothing goes wrong on his lap form. So we'll follow along and see how this goes. Could be our early benchmark. He's at a 105, 121 through Sector 2. Let's see if we can hurry up and go to Ramsey and see what his Sector 2 time is. That's a 106.7, so, and he's invalidated his lap. So it looks like Femi's time is going to be the early goal for everyone to target. Got a number of drivers out on the track on hot laps behind him also. So there you see Femi set the first time of the day with a 136.6. And let's see what the drivers behind him let's see what the drivers behind him have to say about that. Northern Canuck goes to the top of the board with a 136.4. Good early lap there for the Mercedes. And also we've got a Haas coming around to the finish line. It's Ennis, but he is just now starting his hot lap, it appears, so we'll check on that later. See if we can find someone else on a hot lap here. It's like Tac Delta coming around to complete his first timed lap. He's on the board with a 139.4. Got a Ferrari coming around. And he's gone to the pits, so he will not be setting the time here. We have Sheriff Shaft jumping to the top of the board with a 134.5. Great lap there. And Dookie Hoser in the AlphaTauri sets a time, 136.7. That'll put him in 4th place at the moment. We have a McLaren coming around. It's King Goose. And he goes to 5th place with a 138.0. It's good to see Jimmy pull up here this weekend. I believe he stepped back to reserve status. He hasn't been able to make a lot of races this season, but it's nice to see him race. He's a good driver and a good person to interact with on the server. So I hope we can see him do well today. So Castro's back out there. Looks like he's on a hot lap. So we'll ride along. Oh, and Aston Martin goes around. That's too bad. Yeah, probably some element of the commentator's curse there. Maybe we should just not follow anybody. But we're not going to do that because we do like to provide coverage here. So we've got Femi Thrustmaster on another lap. Looks like H. Ennis is on a lap as well. See where this stacks up for the Haas driver. And he's going to abort it and come down pit road. We'll give it another try later. For now it appears that Femi and the Williams is our only driver on a lap. We've got a lot of drivers in the pits at the moment. I imagine we'll be seeing a lot of laps coming in towards the end of the session, but we'll see what these guys who are out there at the moment can do. Femi's up 0.6 of a second through sector 2. We'll put him in second place if he can hold on to it. Last couple of corners nicely, and he jumps up to second on the board with a 1:36.2. Looks like our next driver to set a time will be Shep in the Red Bull. Had a good race in Tier 1 earlier. Around the final corner, he goes to second with a 1:34.9, so our second driver in the 1:34s. Got Share Shaft behind him. Looks like he's just starting his lap. We'll follow along. This will be a fast one. It's currently our provisional pole sitter, so see if he can better his time. Good pace through the S's there, and he's just up by a little bit on his time through sector 1. Gonna run that hairpin really well. Pretty much a carbon copy of his first lap. He's really consistent, it appears. You see Ramsey has jumped to second on the board with a 134.5. He's got 3 guys in 134s, and then everyone else is in the 136s or slower. So got really close grouping up front, and a little ways back is the guys behind them. Chef does better his time. He went about 4/10 better through sector 3 alone to improve to a 134.1. That might be a hard time to beat, but got a few guys who might have something to say about that. Got Jeffrey coming around to finish a lap, and that'll put him in 6th place with 136.4. Dookie Hoser will be the next driver to set a time in the AlphaTauri. No, he's coming down pit road. Jimmy pull up in the Haas also coming down the pits. What H. Innocent the Haas can do. Goes up to 4th on the 135.9. Pretty good lap there. First lap in the 135s today. See, TAC Delta had invalidated his lap, but it looks like he's just now starting another one. See where he stacks up with this one. He's at 4/10 on his time from his first lap. So far through sector 1 at least. See some dark clouds out. Don't know if it's going to rain or not. Yeah, I'm starting to see some raindrops on his camera lens. So we may have seen the best times we're going to see today. Do still have 3 minutes left in the session, so you know anything can happen. TAC Delta improves his time to a 138.6, but he stays in 11th place. Oh, and just as I cut to S7 Baba Yaga, his car is around. There's the commentator's curse in full effect there. Sorry about that. So despite the raindrops, Femi Thrustmaster has set a new time, and he's improved to a 135.8, which is put him in 4th place. And there you see Race Control has disabled DRS, so doubt we'll see anybody improve on their times, although we do have a couple of drivers who have not set a time yet, so we may still see them improve if they elect to set a time. See, it's getting really slippery out there, hard to control the cars even, on an end lap. TAC Delta, there is a chance of rain towards the end of the race, so maybe an opportunity for these drivers to get some practice driving in slippery conditions. It's only a couple of minutes left here. See cautions all over the track as people are having issues with this wet weather. I think it might have kind of snuck up on our drivers a little bit here. We have 30 minutes left in our session here, and it looks like pretty much everyone who's on a lap is bringing it down into the pits. Although we have a couple of cars who decided to come out onto the track. They want to be able to set a time here, I don't think, just due to there only being 14 seconds left in the session. But again, might be a good experience to get some practice in wet conditions. Just got two cars on the track, and once they come around and bring it into the pits, our session will be complete. So a monster lap from Sheriff Shaft puts him on the pole, 134.1. Full 4/10 clear of second place Ramsey. There you see the session is over now. So just a second here, we'll get a look at our final results from qualifying. Again, Sheriff Shaft on pole, Ramsey in second, 80 Shep in the Red Bull completes the top three with a 134.9, and about a second back from third is Femi Thrustmaster in fourth, H. Ennis in fifth, Northern Canuck in sixth, Jeffrey seventh, Dookie Hoser eighth, Jimmy Pull-Up ninth, King Goose 10th, TAC Delta 11th, S7 Bobby Yaga 12th, Chaos Druid 13th, and then we have Corky in 14th, who was not able to set a time in this session. And now we'll give our drivers a couple of minutes to get set up and make their last minute strategy decisions before starting the race. While we wait, take a look at our current point standings heading into this race. So we have Ramsey, current points leader. He has 4 wins on the season through the first 7 races. It's looking really good for him, but not too far back. Only 37 points back is Sheriff Shaft, who has made 6 for 7 races and has finished second in all of them. So he's really had a lock on second place. We'll try to see if he can do one better today. Off to a good start with that great qualifying lap. Then a little farther back, we've got Femi Thrustmaster in third. We've got A.D. Shep in fourth place. And then we have a bit of a gap back to fifth place. And that's Haysgren and the Haas, who is not here today, so we'll fall even further back. But only those top 5 have scored a podium through the first 7 races, so you know, kind of really been the class of the field. We'll have to see if someone else can secure a podium place today. You know, anything can happen. 6th place we got Northern Canuck, S7 Baba Yaga in 7th, Matias Bonotto in 8th, Dutch in 9th, Dookie Hoser in 10th, TAC Delta in 11th, Scallon in 12th, Disgruntled Muppet 13th, Jeffrey 14th, R Cognito 15th, Chaos Druid 16th, Vinny Sip 17th, Toffer 18th, King Goose 19th, and Corky in 20th. And it looks like someone has pressed the go button, so we'll see our formation lap kick off here in about 30 seconds. Got our formation lap in progress here. Sheriff Shaft leads them away in the AlphaTauri. Starting on pole. He's 4/10 clear of the rest of the field. So a great chance to do better than the second place that he's had a lock on all season. See what tires people have elected to start the race on. You see, you got a good mix all the way throughout the field. You've got guys up front starting on mediums or hards. You've got a couple of guys in the middle of the pack starting with softs. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Certainly believe a soft hard is doable here, but these guys may be hoping for a safety car and they can switch to the hards and go the rest of the way. I believe either the medium hard or the hard medium strategies probably going to be the winning strategies today, unless there's some safety car shenanigans. And either of those strategies can really work out just as well as the other. It'll be interesting. Got our pole sitter starting on mediums. We've got Ramsey and Sekna starting on hards. Maybe Sheriff Shaft will have an opportunity to pull away here. Well, it depends on if he can get a good start or not. Field's coming back to the grid. Be lining back up here in just a second. Just taking this last opportunity to make sure they've got the tires nice and warm for the start. Hopefully they can all line up successfully in the grid places. Drivers in the back of the grid are just making their way back, so we should be getting started here in a few seconds. Not sure what we're waiting on here. Looks like everybody's back. There we go. Those lights came on really quickly. Not sure what happened, but pole sitter Sheriff Shaft is away. This race is underway. See, Sheriff Shaft has a great start, and he's getting away. Looks like, is that another AlphaTauri in second? Yeah, Dookie Hoser makes up 6 spots on the start, up to 6th, or up from 7th to 2nd. So that's an amazing start for the AlphaTauri team. 1st and 2nd at the moment. looks like AD Shep did not get off to a great start. He's dropped 6 places down to 9th. King Goose and the McLaren has dropped 5 spots in the start, back to 15th and last. But it's 28 laps in this race, anything can happen. Oh no, we're getting a report from the chat here that AD Shep was kicked. So we'll have to see if we can get him back in. Unfortunately, AD Shep with AI control has dropped down to 12th place. Hopefully, now that he's been reinvited, he can make his way back in and take the car over and move it to the front. Looks like disgruntled Mupp in the Ferrari is also AI controlled at the moment. He's back in the last place. Here you see the McLaren, the King Goose, and the Aston Martin Chaos Druid fighting for position. King Goose has it going into turn 1. Back up front, Sheriff Shaft had a great first lap. He's now 2.5 seconds in front of his teammate Dookie Hoser. Great start for that team. Ramsey, the championship leaders, in 3rd place. He's chasing down 2nd. Won't be able to get it here, but maybe on the long straight he'll have a chance. See some gaps for him, but we do have a nice fight here for 7th place. Tac Delta up 4 spots on the start, is now in 7th. He's got Jimmy pull up in the Haas right behind him. And just behind them is Corky in the Alpine. And H. Ennis in the Haas. Good 4-car battle there, and you see H. Ennis go around the Alpine. Up in the 9th. Looks like AD Shep's car is still AI controlled. It doesn't look like he's made it back into the lobby yet. And don't know what just happened there. A bunch of positions just shuffled on the leaderboard. Sheriff Shaft continues to lead. He's up by 4 seconds at the moment. Ramsey in the Alpine has gotten around Dookie Hoser for 2nd. And we've got a caution in Sector 2. Looks like the Haas of Jimmy Pull-Up is around. And he's going to get it going again. Rejoin the race in 15th. Last place at the moment. But he'll have time to do something about that for sure. So it looks like disgruntled Muppet has made it back into the lobby. So we should see him regain control of his Ferrari here just a little bit. And AD Shep's car is no longer translucent, so it looks like he is now back in control of his. So unfortunately the AI has set him back quite a bit, but he'll have plenty of opportunities to make his way back up to the front here. Showing Chaos Druid in the lead there for a second. Not sure if we're having some desync issues or what, but his position on the track is 14th at the moment. Oh, 80 Shep is around. That's unfortunate. The start has gone from bad to worse for him. he's now going to have to try to make his way back up from last. But he is moving, he's in control of his car. Hopefully with those hot tires he doesn't have any more spin outs. Looks like he's gotten back going nicely here. Up front we still got Sheriff Shaft in the lead. Here we are on lap 4 and he's leading by 6 seconds, so he's got a great shot to break that second place streak that he's been holding on to all season. Caution in sector 2, but on the track map it looks like everyone is moving. Femi Thrustmaster in the Williams has gotten around Dookie Hoser for 3rd. And Jimmy Pull-Up has passed Chaos Druid for 12th. The Ferrari Disgruntled Muppet has also passed him. And it looks like Shep is driving right through him. I definitely think we're having some desynchronization issues here. Got another caution in sector 3. Looks like everybody's moving, but I see HNS has gone around Dookie Hoser for 6th place. Dookie actually lost a couple of spots there, so he must have had some issue coming out of the final corner. Battle for 4th place shaping up here. Right now Jeffrey in the Ferrari has it, but Northern Canucks got a good run in the Mercedes. He's not going to be able to do it into this turn, but with DRS in the long straight he may have a chance. There you hear the DRS kick on. I don't know if he's going to have enough to do it here, but he should be able to close the gap considerably. See on the leaderboard there, S7 Baba Yaga and the Aston Martin has passed King Goose and the McLaren. That moves Baba Yaga up into 10th place. Go back to our Ferrari Mercedes battle here. See if the Mercedes gets DRS on the front straight. It looks like he does. See how much more he can close up that gap here. Like the Ferrari got through turn 1 just a little bit better, so right now he's pulled himself out of DRS range. But we'll keep following that battle as this race goes on. Sheriff Shaft continues to lead. He's got about a 7-second lead on Ramsey. He's basically making up a second lap on the rest of the field. Really dominant performance so far, but still a long way to go. See, most of the cars are spread out quite a bit, and it looks like, a couple of cars have had a problem here. That's Jimmy in the Haas and Shep in the Red Bull. You see, they've gotten going again. Not sure if they had contact or if they both spun at the same time, but they're moving again. They're each about 45 seconds off the lead, so they're going to have some work to do. Really unfortunate start for 80 Shep so far, between the getting kicked, having a spin, and now having another spin. So she's got some adversity to try to come back from. So see, we've gotten our first penalty of the day. Dookie Hoser's picked up a penalty for multiple warnings. After that great start, he's gotten passed by a few people and he's picked up that penalty, but he's still holding on to it. Pack Delta also picks up a 3-second time penalty there. Share Shaft continues to lead by 7 seconds over Ramsey. Keep an eye on these guys who started the race on soft tires. They're probably getting to a point where they'll have to consider making pit stops here. Looks like S7 Baba Yaga is going to go another lap on those softs. Not coming in on this occasion. Let's see if Jimmy comes in this lap. Looks like he's staying out as well. I assume these guys are going to try a soft-hard strategy, but you know, you never know, they could be doing a two-stop strategy. We'll see how it plays out as the race goes on, though. And Chaos Druid has picked up a time penalty, so we're only a few laps in, but we've got 3 guys with time penalties already. Very easy to go outside the out-of-bounds line here. There's a lot of opportunities to go just a little bit wide. It looks like our gap up front is holding steady. Sheriff Shaft continues to lead by 7 seconds. Probably hit the crossover point where the hards are going to start to be faster than the mediums. Probably see Sheriff Shaft make a pit stop in 5 laps or so. Going back to look at our position changes so far. So after a bit of an eventful start, things are more or less back to where they started on the grid. Sheriff Shaft in the lead, Ramsey in second. Femi Thrustmasters picked up 1 spot to third. Jeffries had a good start of the race, picked up 3 spots. He's now in 4th. H. Ennis, Northern Kentucky, 5th and 6th. Then we've got Corky in the Alpine, who's gained 7 spots, so he's definitely been our biggest mover of the day so far. And of course, 80 Shep, the eventful start that he's had, he's down 10 spots, but he's made his way to 13th. He was last earlier, so making him ground as best as he can. He's not too far behind a couple of other guys, so we'll have an opportunity to make some passes here in a little bit. And looks like we've got our first scheduled pit stop of the day. It's Jimmy Pull-Up in the Haas, taking those softs off and putting hards on. Assume he'll try to go the rest of the way on those hards. It'll be interesting to see how that strategy plays out. Looks like Ramsey is starting to make up some time on Sheriff Shaft. The gap is now down to 6.2 seconds. Be really interesting to keep up with this battle for the lead here. You know, Sheriff Shaft's got a big lead at the moment, but he started the race on the medium tires, and it looks like at this point the hards may be quicker just due to the amount of wear that each set has on them. So Ramsey will probably be able to pick up some time through the rest of this run, and then he'll be putting on mediums to go to the end, so we'll have an opportunity to make up even more time. This race may not be over yet. Our other soft starter, S7 Baba Yaga, is coming down pit road, so he will also put on hard tires like Jimmy Pull-Up just did. You see the crew ready with the hards. Hards are on, and he is away. Rejoin the race. It looks like he'll stay ahead of Jimmy Pull-Up comfortably, so he'll be in 13th place. Got a bit of desync occurring here in this lobby, showing Chaos Druid in the lead pretty much the end of every lap. But Sheriff Shaft is the leader at the moment. Got a nice battle shaping up here for 4th place. Got Jeffrey in the Ferrari currently holding on to it. H. Ennis in the Haas and Northern Canuck in the Mercedes are both close behind. So this is really the closest action we've got on the track at the moment. Aside from a battle we've got shaping up here for 10th place. We got the McLaren and King Goose in 10th, followed closely by Disgruntled Muppet in the Ferrari, 80 Shep in the Red Bull. And it looks like Jeffrey's gone around in the Ferrari. So that battle for 5th, or that battle for 4th, is now going to be down to just the Haas and Mercedes. Jeffrey gets back going again. He's in 7th place now. It looks like Dookie Hoser's going to be able to take a look here going into turn 1. See if he can make the pass. He backs out pretty wisely, I would say, and the Ferrari is going to hold on to 7th for the time being. Go back to this battle for 10th. See if 80 Shep can make a move for 11th, or if the Ferrari Disgruntled Muppet can make a move for 10th. And yeah, it looks like the Ferrari has made the move. So now 80 Shep's going to take a look and see if he can take advantage of that McLaren as well. Making a good amount of time through the S's. Got really close to the back there, but he's gotten around. Looks like the McLaren lost some time there. 80 Shep up into 11th place. Now he's going to set his sights on that Ferrari that's right in front of him. After that rough start, he's almost made his way back up to the top 10. So, really good comeback so far. We'll have DRS here on this back straight. We'll have a good chance to make the pass. See him dive to the inside. He easily takes the spot away heading into the turn. 80 Shep back up into the top 10. Looking back up front, Sheriff Shaft continues to lead. The gap is down to 5.9 seconds, so it's not changing a whole lot, but Ramsey is cutting into that lead just a little bit. And again, he'll be finishing the race with medium tires versus Sheriff Shaft, who's going to have to come in and put on hard, so he'll have an opportunity to make even more time. We're only 12 laps into a 28 lap race, so still plenty of time for something to happen here. We'll probably start to see some of these medium guys, these medium starters pit in the next couple of laps. So we'll keep an eye on that, try to make sure we capture as many of the pit stops as we can. Looking at the leader intervals here, 80 Shep's gap to the leader has remained pretty steady ever since he's gotten up to 10th place, so he's got plenty of pace. And again, this is a long race, so he could still make up several spots even without the benefit of a safety car here. So seems like over the last couple of weeks he's been in spots where he's needed to make comebacks, and he's done a pretty good job with it. Made up a number of spots over the last few races. And we do start to see pit stops here. Looks like we've got 3 of them. H. Ennis in the Haas, Northern Canuck in the Mercedes, Dookie Hoser in the AlphaTauri. And it looks like, yes, the Haas is the first one of those guys to get away, but he's got the Mercedes closely behind him, so it looks like Norfolk made up a good amount of time on pit entry. Have to see if he can take advantage of it on the racetrack. Due to the pit stops, we've got Adi Shep currently shown in 8th place. So he's made another spot by virtue of Dookie Hoser pitting. And Attack Delta made a pit stop there as well, it appears. Had our first guys on medium tires make their pit stops. We'll have to see when our leader, Sheriff Shaft, makes his. And right as I say that, he comes on pit road. Hopefully he did not speed there. Looked like a pretty clean entry. And yeah, the crew there is standing by with the hard tires. You get him on, good stop. He's away. You know, he's lost the lead of this race to Ramsey, but I assume he will regain that when Ramsey comes in to make his pit stop. And he's also all second place there. Femi Thrustmaster just gets by heading into turn 1. So we'll have to see, I believe Femi is on hards as well, so we may get to see a battle of old hards versus new hards here. We'll have to see how much of a difference it makes. You see Disgruntled Muppet picks up a time penalty for multiple warnings there, and we have a Red Bull around. A.D. Shep has had even more problems today, unfortunately. He had done a nice job driving back from at least 3 different issues early on. I'm not sure he'll be able to make up enough to account for this 4th issue. And he's coming down to the pits. Looks like he's got some wing damage. Soon we'll be seeing a wing change here. You see the Ferrari Disgruntled Muppet and the McLaren and King Goose are also making pit stops. The Ferrari is away. And there you see the wing change for Shep. He is away. He's going to rejoin the race. Looks like Jimmy Pull-Up is going to get around him here as the Red Bull exits pit road. So he's back down to 14th place at the moment. Looks like still in the lead lap though. So, you know, anything could happen. We can get a safety car and it would completely change the complexion of this race. And showing Cass Druid in pit road on the timer, but if you look at his car on the track, it's very much on the track and not in pit road. So these desync issues are really unfortunate today. You always cast a shade of doubt on what we're broadcasting here, so hopefully there's enough truth to what we're showing, and it's not totally a lost cause, but you know, we'll see what happens after the race, and we'll see what people say in the chat. We'll see what everyone has on their respective results screens, but what we have here at least is Ramsey in the lead at the moment. He's got 8.6 second lead on Femi Thrustmaster, who's on the same strategy, but then we have Sheriff Shaft, who was our leader before he made a pit stop. He's on new hard tires, and he may be within DRS range here on the long back straight. We'll see if his back wing opens up. And there it is. See if he can make a run on the Williams and Femi here. Well, he's not going to make the pass, but he does make up a good amount of time. And we'll have some more chances to make that place up here in a little bit, especially once we get the front straight. But who knows, maybe he can get it done before then. Well within DRS range here. Looks like Femi exited the corner pretty well, so I'm not sure Sheriff Shaft's going to be able to get by here. Takes a look, thinks about it, but thinks better of it. Makes up time, regroup, and hopefully stay tight through the S's, and they look back on that back straight again. You saw there, A.D. Shep picked up a time penalty for track limits warnings. That's not going to help either. Sheriff Shaft's going to want to get by here as quickly as he can so he can start to chase down the leader and build up this gap as much as he can so that he'll be farther in front once Ramsey pits. And there you see Sheriff Shaft dive to the inside on the backstretch. He's going to get the pass down, I believe. Sheriff Shaft up in the second. His pit stop already in the books. So it's looking good for him. It's only 5 seconds back of our leader. Ramsey's still out there in the hard tires that he started the race with, but Sheriff Shaft on fresh hards is only 3 seconds behind. So he may be able to get this done on the racetrack without even needing to wait for Ramsey to make his pit stop. He's making up a lot of time here. You see we've got Corky in the other Alpine in 4th place. I don't believe he has made a pit stop yet, so he will need to make one as well. Here you see also Femi and Jeffrey are the other guys who have not made a pit stop yet. So our order will change here a little bit, but that's what we've got for now. Pretty spread out here. Looks like this is our closest battle at the moment. We've got Disgruntled Muppet currently in 10th place, Tac Delta in the Alfa Romeo in 11th. About half a second behind. So if he holds it together here, he's probably going to get DRS in the back straight. He should definitely be well within DRS range at this point. We'll see if it's enough for him to be able to make the pass. As you see on the leaderboard there, Corky and the other Alpine is heading down pit road. Assuming he's going to be putting on medium tires here. We'll have to see where he rejoins. As you see on the track, Tac Delta makes up a good amount of time, but he does not make the pass. And Corky and the Alpine rejoins the race in 7th place. Again, he's had a great race and made it way up from deep in the field to be well within the top 10 at the moment. And Ramsey continues to lead by just about a second now. Sheriff Shaft on the fresher hards probably get by him here in just a little bit, but we'll see if Ramsey can make it difficult for him. Also don't know what the situation fully is right now with the desync issues we've observed, so hopefully what we're seeing is somewhat close to reality. And Ramsey's diving into the pit lane. So he'll be putting on mediums here. I don't think we can go to the end with softs at this stage, but we'll see what he chooses to do. You see Femi Thrustmaster picks up a 3-second time penalty as he also comes down pit road. You see mediums going on the Alpine, and you see mediums going on the Williams as well. So sticking with a pretty conventional strategy. Well, they did go a bit longer on the hards than most. And you see Jeffrey coming down pit road to also make a tire change here. See if he chooses to try something or if he's going to stick with the same strategy. And yes, you see mediums go on. So with that, Sheriff Shaft is back in the lead, and he now has a lead of 19 seconds over Ramsey. So he almost got the pass done on the racetrack, but with that pit stop, he's now well out in front. Ramsey is on medium tires at the moment, so he could make up a lot of ground, but with only about 10 laps to go, I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Of course, the safety car could happen, or who knows where everyone's at with desync really, but hopefully this is what's actually going on. We've got a battle here for 5th place. Right now Northern Canuck and the Mercedes has it. Corky and the Alpine following along, making them time here. Benefit of DRS. It's been a good race for him. He's made his way back up. He's made his way up from deep in the field on the start, and he's fighting for a top 5 spot here. You see a couple of guys pick up 3-second time warnings there. 3-second penalties, 4 time warnings. And Corky with these medium tires appears to have more speed at the moment than Northern Canuck with the hards. Coming to the front stretch here. Corky should get DRS, and he does. He dives to the inside, thinks better of it, and not going to make the pass here, but he does gain a good amount of time. He's right on the rear wing. Northern Canuck almost. See another time penalty there. S7 Baba Yaga's picked up a penalty, and it looks like TAC Delta has had some issue. He's around. He's lost a couple of spots, but he gets it going again. 80 Shup's going to make the pass here. It looks like for 12th place. TAC Delta gets going again. Can't tell if he's got any damage or not. It looks like he may be okay, and he does not pit. He keeps it on the racetrack, so it looks like everything's going to be fine there. Just a bit of time lost, but he's back going again. Sheriff Shaft continues to lead by around 18 seconds, so it appears he's got plenty of a gap to stay out in front, despite the guys behind him having softer tires than him. And you see Corky and the Alpine has made the pass for 5th place, so great start. I believe he started last. It was close to last. Femi Thrustmaster sets the fastest lap with a 1:37.0, taking advantage of those medium tires. But we'll look at the position change board here, and you see Corky made his way up from 14th, so up 9 spots. Definitely a strong candidate for driver of the day. Great gains there. And he may not be done yet. Looks like he's catching H. Ennis and the Haas just in front of him. I'm not sure what tire strategy they're on. H. Ennis is on the hard, so Corky will probably be faster here, at least for a couple more laps. Continue to make up time, maybe get in the DRS range and have a chance to take a look at 4th place. So we had a couple guys start the race on soft tires and switch to hards early on. S7 Baba Yaga was one of them. He's in 9th place, so his hards are going to be a little older than the other guys who are on hards, but he's pretty much all alone on the racetrack at the moment. Probably will be able to hold on to that position. And you see Jimmy pull up as our other soft starter, and he is also on old hards. Get a yellow flag in Sector 3, but not seeing anyone around in Sector 3, so not sure what's going on there. But everyone has made their pit stops. Most of our drivers are on hard tires at the moment. You see Ramsey, Femi, Corky, and Jeffrey are the only drivers on medium tires at the moment. So those medium tires are a bit quicker here, at least for some number of laps. So we'll have a few chances to see guys make battles for position here. It looks like at the moment Jeffrey in the Ferrari is only about 1.5 seconds behind Dookie Hoser. He's making up a good amount of time. He's cut the gap down to about 1.1 seconds, maybe even less. We'll be able to take a look at 6th spot or 7th spot here in a little bit. Corky has now cut the gap down to HN is down to about 1.5 seconds. So I believe in the next couple of laps he may be within DRS range. Looking up front, Sheriff Shaft continues to lead by 16.5 seconds. So despite the guys behind him having medium tires, he's still holding that gap pretty well, and as long as nothing crazy happens or the commentator's curse doesn't strike, he may be able to break that second place streak that he's had all season. And AD Shep unfortunately has picked up another 3-second time penalty, so that's not going to help him. And you see Jeffrey has gotten Randuki Hoser for 7th place, so taking advantage of those medium tires that he's got. Not sure if he's going to be able to make his way up to 6th. He's currently about 7 seconds down on Northern Canuck, but it may be something for us to watch here as we get towards the end of the race. We've got Corky in the Alpine. He's still about a second and a half behind HN, so maybe starting to reach the point where he doesn't have as much of a tire advantage anymore. But we still have a few laps left. Maybe he could have the pace to take a look at 4th place. Things are pretty spread out at the moment overall. You see S7 Baba Yaga and the Aston Martin on that somewhat unique tire strategy, starting with softs and changing to hards. Currently holding on to 9th place. So it seems to be working out pretty okay for him. Doesn't appear that Disgruntled Muppet is making up much time, if any. But we do have the time penalties to worry about, so let's take a look at that situation. It'll become more of a factor as we get close to the end, obviously. And yeah, it looks like SM Baba Yaga has a 3-second penalty, but Disgruntled Muppet behind him has 6 seconds, so he would need to make the pass and then build up a 3-second gap to actually take the position. But then we have Jimmy in 11th place, who has no time penalties, so right now he would be ahead of Disgruntled Muppet, and he would only need to be within 3 seconds of S7 Baba Yaga to actually take that spot. So we'll see how that goes. Looks like he's going to take a look at Ferrari here, try to make a pass on the outside. Doesn't quite work, but he came pretty close. It does appear that he's got more pace than both of these guys in front of him at the moment. And that's Chaos Druid. He's a lap down at the moment. He's giving way to the other cars. And we'll see this battle pick back up now. We'll see if Jimmy Pull-Up can get it done on the front stretch. He's got DRS here. It's not quite enough. Maybe able to do it on the back straight. And checking back in on this battle for 4th place. The gap really hasn't changed all that much. It's about 1.4 seconds now, so Corky's still just outside of DRS range. We've only got a few laps to go. We're on lap 25 and 28 at the moment. There you see our leader, Sheriff Shaft, about to put Tac Delta a lap down. He's still leading the race by 14 seconds over Ramsey. And Femi Thrustmaster a few more seconds back in 3rd. He does have a 3-second time penalty, but he currently has a 17-second gap to 4th place, so he should be good there. And let's see, battle for position, 10th place. Jimmy has taken a look. He had it for a few seconds, or maybe around 1 second, but Disgruntled Muppet was able to take it back. This is definitely our closest battle on the track at the moment. Fighting for a top 10 spot here, although Jimmy doesn't have any time penalties, so technically he already has it. But you always appreciate being able to make these moves on the track. At least I know I do. Don't want to rely on the penalty to pass on it. You never know, penalties can get overturned. If it's a phantom penalty or not. Jimmy's not able to get it done there, but he does close quite a bit as they get around turn 1. It appears he's got more pace at the moment. He's just got to make the pass. Sheriff Shaft still out in front, currently leading by 14 seconds. So only got a couple laps to go. Definitely a outstanding opportunity to break that second place streak that he's had. You know, as nice as that is, you definitely want to win if you can. And yeah, he's managed to keep this championship battle close with the second places, but a win would help him to close the gap. And maybe make this a fight heading down the stretch. Ramsey's had a great season, but you know, you definitely can't complain about a bunch of second places. You know, for that to be your worst finish on the season, that's pretty impressive. But he's got a good chance to make first his best finish of the season. And unless anything goes crazy here, he's probably going to pull it off. Hopefully I'm not cursing him here, but you know, he's got a 13-second lead. You can pretty much, you know, just go on autopilot, do like safety car pace, and still get it done. So hopefully he's not pushing too hard. I'm sure he's gonna be as conservative as needed here to make sure he doesn't throw it away. 2 laps to go at this point. And now, looks like our battle for 4th place has become real. Got about a half a second gap now between the Haas and the Alpine. So Corky's closed that gap up here quite well over the last couple of laps. Again, I don't know what the game thinks, but he would definitely be my candidate for driver of the day. He had a great race, come up from 14th on the grid to be even 5th, and you know, have a shot at 4th. Although he has picked up a 3-second time penalty here, so it may all be for naught, but it'd be cool to be able to pick up the position on the track if he can. He fakes the inside, stays outside, but not able to get by here. At least not yet. Oh, he's taking a look at the inside through the S's. That was kind of daring. He almost got it done, but he backs out, avoids a collision, so, you know, smart driving there. He'll have a shot to make the pass on the long back straight. He should have DRS. Looks like he got a good exit too, so that may be enough to put him past. See him dive to the inside, and he is going to make the move. There's Corky up to 4th place in the racetrack. Now as we're entering our final lap, we'll have to see if he can build up a 3-second gap. It's going to be hard to do, but you never know what can happen here. And Sheriff Shaft is on the final lap of the race now. Still comfortably in front, in control of this race. Has a 12-second lead. He could almost even spin at this point and still win, but I'm sure he doesn't want to do that. Getting through those S as well, holding on to the lead. Still 12 seconds. Dominant performance start to finish after securing pole by around 0.4 of a second. So this has been his race all the way through. Unfortunately, I think the only thing he's going to miss out on is fastest lap. Finley set that a little bit ago. As was a great lap, 137.0. It's going to be hard for anyone to beat that here on the last lap, but we'll see if it happens. There you see Sheriff Shaft making his way through the final corners. Still well in control of this race. He's just got 2 corners left at this point. And we've got Sheriff Shaft in the AlphaTauri rounding the final corner. And he's a bridesmaid no more. Picks up his first win of the season. He's going to close up the gap on first place Ramsey in the championship by a few points. And there's Ramsey going to secure a second place. Vimy Thrustmaster is going to complete our podium. And it looks like we've got an Alfa Romeo around here on the front straight. That would be TAC Delta. And there's Corky in the Alpine, 4th place. He did build up a gap of about 2 seconds over the Haas, but it's not going to be enough with his 3 seconds worth of penalties. H. Ennis in the Haas is going to take 4th in the finish here. Corky will be back to 5th in the Alpine, but still a great race for him to come up from 14th. And Northern Canuck and Mercedes 6th. We got Jeffrey in the Ferrari 7th. Dookie Hoser in the AlphaTauri 8th. Now we have S7 Baba Yaga running in 9th place in the Aston Martin. Elected to run the race on the soft hard strategy. It's worked out pretty well for him. He's made his way from deep in the grid, and he's going to secure a 9th place finish here. Jimmy pull up in the Haas. Going to complete her top 10. And a good comeback race for him. Nice to see him running races in the league again. You see Ferrari just run him up at just behind him in 11th place. And there you have it. The game has decided that Corky is the driver of the day, and I definitely agree with that. He had a great drive today. And here we are with our podium ceremony at Austin, Texas. We've got Sheriff Shaft, the winner today. Dominant performance. Great qualifying lap. Great race pace. And great consistency. Did everything you need to do to secure a win. And yeah, he's earned it after all the second places this season. Nice to see him on the top step of the podium. Ramsey finished second place, so he limits the damage as well as he can. But we'll have a championship battle over these last few races. Vimy Thrustmaster also on the podium with the 3rd place. Great performance from all 3. We'll take you through the rest of the order here. We had Disgruntled Muppet in 11th. AD Shep and the Red Bull finishes 12th after having a number of issues throughout the race. TAC Delta and the Alfa Romeo finishes 13th. King Goose 14th in the McLaren. Chaos Druid in the Aston Martin rounds out the field in 15th. Let's see, there's a lot of warnings here. Easy track to go outside the limits on. But that's our race today. There you have it. Again, Sheriff Shaft, the big winner. Great performance. And he finally breaks that long second place streak with a win. Really outstanding consistency throughout the season. Be second or first in every race. And he's run 7 of the 8 races. Unfortunately, he missed one, but he's still keeping this championship battle close. So that's it here for Tier 2 at Austin. Sheriff Shaft wins the United States Grand Prix, and we'll see you next week. This has been Tar Heels 48. Thanks for tuning in.